starting with Lehman Brothers, certainly Merrill Lynch, AIG, and then it hit here, right at home, with Constellation Energy being bought by Warren Buffett's company out of Iowa. We certainly know this is going to affect a number of people, notably the 5,100 employees locally who work for Constellation Energy. There is a big question mark right now over whether they will continue their employment here. Now, Warren Buffett, the good news is, has a hands-off approach with his companies. And the CEO of Mid-American, which is the company that will be acquiring Constellation, came in and said, hey, you know, we will take a hands-off approach. Typically, there are layoffs. Now, what does this mean for investors? The second group of people. The share price was down. It was trading at 100 a share at the beginning of the year. This deal, $26.50 a share. Wow. Great news.
Huge loss.
Average person. Let's tell you what that means. BGE customers, certainly Constellation being the parent of BGE, it's again up in the air. Will rates change? We don't know. But the big news here is what happens when we lose a headquarters company? The trickle-down effect is amazingly large. From what happens to charities. People, if they're not making the money, they can't give it to charities, to small businesses, to retail, to restaurants. And the trickle-down effect is huge.
All right, and I think, you know, you touched on the customers, and, you know, what does this mean? We've been through so much with rate changes up and down and all over the map. So sort of in the dark again.
Potentially in the dark. Now, one important thing to note is this has to go through state approval and federal approval, as did the previous merger, which did not go through, certainly, Florida Power and Light deal. So we'll just have to keep a close eye on it.
You guys are also taking a look at what the presidential candidates are saying.
It was interesting to see how they reacted this week to all this turmoil. John McCain, we'll start with him. He basically said, hey, look, the Federal Reserve should take a hands-off approach. We do not think that essentially they should rescue companies. In general, what is John McCain's economic plan? What does it mean for business? He has said a couple of things. He is very pro-business.